Canadian Bulldog from Wrestling Merchandise and Memories, that's merchandiseandmemories.com. And as part of Tag Team Appreciation Month, today we're looking at 20 WWE tag teams that you totally forgot about. Just before we get started, wanted to let you know that Tag Team Appreciation Month is happening exclusively at Merchandise and Memories all throughout the month of May. Check out bit.ly/Tag Team Month to learn much more. Let's kick things off with the team of Well Dunn, Timothy Well and Stephen Dunn. These two competed as the Southern Rockers on the independent scene and joined the WWF in 1993, managed by Harvey Whippleman and wearing little bow ties around their necks as to emulate Chippendales. Speaking of Chippendales, let's talk about the Dicks. Chad Dick and James Dick, probably not their real names, debuted on SmackDown in 2005. Unfortunately, the Dicks prematurely came to the promotion and left shortly thereafter, so it's hard talking about the Dicks. Around the same time as the Dicks came the Heartthrobs, Antonio and Romeo, who debuted in 2005 on Raw, mostly competed on Heat, and were gone within the year. The Heartthrobs were also known as the Heartbreakers, no relation to Shawn Michaels. Another tag team from that same era were the Pitbulls. And no, we're not talking about the ECW duo, but rather the team of Jamie Noble and Kid Cash. The two wore dog collar and chains and barked a lot, and their gimmick lasted less than a year. The team of Mark Henry and MVP began teaming up on Raw in 2009, taking on the Unified Tag Team Champions unsuccessfully and then quickly disbanding, but hey, at least their outfits matched. Years before their children teamed up as members of the Bloodline, Haku and Rikishi were teaming up in the WWF circa 2001, right after Haku jumped ship from WCW. The two feuded briefly with the Brothers of Destruction before Rikishi got injured. Not having much else better to do at the time, Titus O'Neil began teaming up with Heath Slater around 2014, and the duo became known as Slater Gator. The alliance didn't last very long. The team of Kenzo Suzuki and former La Resistance member Rene Dupree began teaming up in 2004 and quickly won the WWE Tag Team Championship. They only held the belts for about 3 months before fading out into obscurity. Biscuits and gravy! The team of Jesse and Festus debuted on SmackDown in 2007 after spending some time in the developmental territories, the gimmick being that Festus became enraged whenever he heard the bell ring. The two actually managed to team up for some time before Festus was reinvented as Luke Gallows. When one thinks about Cody Rhodes' story, they don't often think about Hardcore Holly, but that is where the story kind of began. In the summer of 2007, Holly and Rhodes had a series of matches and then began teaming together and actually captured the World Tag Team titles twice before Rhodes turned on Holly. Gemini is not only one of the worst names ever for a tag team, but they were also the hand-picked henchmen of Simon Dean in 2006. The team did manage to have some success before departing the company less than a year later. In 2004, former Billy and Chuck hairstylist Rico returned to SmackDown and began teaming with Charlie Haas. Both managed by Miss Jackie, the two actually held the WWE Tag Team Championship for a short while before Rico left the company. Former headbanger Mosh, aka Chaz, began teaming up with D'Lo Brown in 2000. The two eventually became managed by Tiger Ali Singh, who bestowed on them his turbans and sashes and his entrance music. The team did not last much longer than that. In early 2010, Vladimir Kozlov was generally regarded as a badass heel, but then he began teaming with Santino Marella, and the two let their comedic style show, and they even captured the WWE Tag Team Championship. Many fans remember WWE Hall of Famers the US Express, Mike Rotundo and Barry Windham, but after Windham left the WWF in 1985, he was replaced by lookalike Dan Spivey. As far as the team goes, the new US Express did not fare very well. Speaking of Barry Windham, in one of his many returns to the WWF over the years, he returned as Blackjack Windham, paying tribute to his father, Blackjack Mulligan, while the future JBL became Blackjack Bradshaw. As the new Blackjacks, they didn't last very long, with Windham eventually turning on Bradshaw. Some changes took place with the Head Shrinkers in 1994 when longtime member Samu was replaced by Sione, who was not an actual member of the Anoa'i family, but rather former WWF star The Barbarian. The new version of the Head Shrinkers did not last very long. The Midnight Express is often regarded as one of the top tag teams of all time. However, the new version of the Midnight Express, which was formed in 1998, featuring Bob Holly and Bart Gunn, was not as well regarded. In fact, the only thing they had in common with the original team was that they were managed by Jim Cornette. Want another new tag team? How about the New Rockers? In 1996, founding member Marty Jannetty attempted to replace Shawn Michaels with Leif Cassidy, better known today as Al Snow. The team were mostly seen as comedy heels before Snow left for ECW. Saving the, I can't say best for last, but maybe last for last, let's talk about Techno Team 2000. Time-traveling robots or something, Travis and Troy debuted in the WWF in 1995 and didn't last much longer. They didn't even make it to the year 2000. So, what did you think? Are these tag teams that you totally forgot about? Are there ones that we missed? Let us know in the comment section below, and be sure to check out merchandiseandmemories.com.